Okay, I thought I might film this. A friend of mine wants some 6x6 columns, about 8 foot long. This is an old dead tree. It's been dead probably for way over a year. Kate and I went and got it. But you see, it's got a heart, a good big heart there. I don't know how big that is, but it's easy enough to get the 6 inches out of. And the rest of the trees up there at the barn. Matter of fact, I made me a little template to make sure. That's 6x6. I want to be sure I could get that. See, that's easy. Pretty easy going to do it. That'll be matter of fact, that'll make more than that if I wanted it, but I'll cut it, the rest of it in the boards. But that'll give him a heart pine for columns for his front porch. That's what he wants them for, his front porch. So we're going to load this thing on the mill here with the tractor, and in a little bit I'll start this thing back up and show you how I rolled a log, a big log like this. The other day when I done that pecan, I took it off with the tractor and rolled it, put it back on. But I don't do that with this. This will be a little different. So when I start to roll it, I'll show you how it goes. All right, we got that log set on the mill. This is a hook that I made right here that I use. That's a $50 Harbor Freight winch. I had to put a couple of pulleys on it to, I can't think of the proper term, but anyway, to bring it where it had more leverage. Let me hold the remote. And I got a wire that I could just plug and unplug up here to my sawmill. And it's got let me walk on around here. It's got a remote, a little remote control. You have to mash the button and extend it out a little bit. You see, it makes a good little bit of racket. Kate, you come in and work this remote for me. Let me pull. You stay around there. Extend it out a little bit. All right, okay. All right, draw it back. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, hold it right. Ho. Let's look at it. Yeah, let me look at it. This thing sometimes gets in a pretty good tight trying to pull these. If they out around a little bit anyway. Pull it a little more, honey. Little more. That looks pretty good. Let's let it sit right there, if it will. All right, you see how that works. Sometimes now, I'll have to take the cant hook and help it. When I well, probably when I get this first cut off of this thing, off the top of it, then it would be hard to flip on over to the other side. And my second cut in this mill, the way this little manual mill is, the second cut's always the hardest to get. Once you get the second cut done, then you can go along with it pretty well. But anyway, I'll get this thing dogged off and take that down. So that's just see, that winch is strong enough. It's bent that pipe right there, and I reinforced it a little bit, but it's still bent it. So with these extra pulleys in it, it gives it a pretty good bit of strength. It really does. And I just pull this out there and set it to one side when I ain't using it. I just unplugged I got some little plug-ins. I just unplugged the wire and just set it over to one side. So I'll come back to this in a minute when I get it dogged off and top sawed off of it. We'll show you how we roll it on over to get it square. All right, we went up there and welded a little piece of square tubing down here on the bottom of this thing. And we're going to see if it works any better. Let's see here. Well, at least the pipe's holding. Okay, I'm going to have to go around and help it.
You want me on that side or this side?
Well, you just see if it's going to film it. I mean, see if it's going to roll it. I think we'll roll it in a minute. Maybe I ain't. I don't know why that's so hard anymore. These old lines just did before, huh?
Yeah.
Might have a dog in the way. Yeah, that dog's in the way right there. That's holding it, son. That's the automatic letdown.
At least it got the dog out of the way.
I really didn't know I had that built into it. That's a new one on me. We didn't even know it to do that.
Oh my goodness.
That thing folded down and got out of the way, didn't it? Alrighty. Whoo, boy, if I had a mill like one lonely farmer, I wouldn't know how to act, would I? But that's alright. Alright, we ready to trim a little more off of that thing now, so you can cut that off if you want to. Alright, we finally got this thing. We finally got one 6x6 column out of this thing. We've been messing and going with it all day. We had to fix our winch, and you'd think that we forgot how to saw wood from last year, but them others is not what we want. These aren't hard. This right here is right out of the heart of it. So and it ain't quite centered on that one, I see, but it's still all heartwood, all heart pine. That heart goes all the way down to there. On that other end, I don't know if the boy's going to use it or not. If he don't, I'm going to cut some more for him. He wants 4, but 8 foot long. But see, this is full of tar. It's just as tar as it can be. Got a little piece on it split off there where that tree had a crack in it. Now that right there is fat, what we call fat laddered. Oh, I don't know if most of y'all know what that means. It's ladder, L-I-G-H-T-E-R, wood. Just like you light fire with a match or gasoline or whatever you're trying to get a start with. This is called ladder, but we call it in the South, we call it laddered. We add a D to it. That ain't the way you spell it, but that's the way we pronounce it, laddered. Laddered wood and laddered stumps and laddered fence posts, all that stuff. But that's just yeah, that's just that stuff right there with that tar in it and all. This stuff right here, it won't ever rot. It just won't rot. You can throw it down on the ground, a piece of fat ladder that lasts centuries. It just doesn't rot. You could get down in these branches down in here where I've been in with my excavator messing around and fixing me the roads, and you dig up that stuff. The heart of those trees, out of those out of that mud and stuff down there. It just stays forever. But anyway, it's Wednesday night, so we're gonna call it a day and go to church. So y'all have a nice day. Me and Kate's had a rough day. We've messed and gommed and messed. But that thing, we couldn't handle that old log hardly at all. It was so big. Now we've cut logs that big and bigger. But that's not to say we didn't have a hard time with them. But today we just didn't seem to have our stuff together. It seemed like everything we done was backwards. You ever have days like that? Anyway, y'all have a nice day.